nerds, what's up? Today we are doing a review. We're gonna do some non-spoiler parts and then we're gonna do some spoiler parts, so I'll let you know before we get into spoilers when it's happening, so that if you haven't read the book yet, you of course won't be spoiled. But the book that we're going to be reviewing today is Our Own Private Universe by Robin Talley. I was sent this book, I was given an ARC by Harlequin Teen, so thank you very much, Harlequin Teen. I very much appreciate it, thank you so much. And yeah, let's get into this review. So Our Own Private Universe by Robin Talley is about a girl named Aki, and she's 15 years old and she's on this church retreat where they're going to Mexico and building a new church in this small town, and her best friend Lori decide that they want to have a summer fling. Aki's main goal throughout this summer fling that she's having is she's kind of wanting to explore her sexuality because she believes that she's bisexual, but she's never put it to the test and truly seen if she's interested in a girl. She just has thought about it, and so therefore she wants to try it out. Then walks in Krista, and that's where the story begins. And I really loved this book. It was a 4 out of 5 stars for me. It's so good. It was very touching and I very much felt myself in this book. Definitely parts that were not, but the bisexual story plot of like trying to figure out, am I truly bisexual if I've never kissed a girl, or all of those questions that she asked throughout the book was just very identifying for me, and I really enjoyed it. Because this story does surround itself with Christianity, Aki's dad is one of the pastors at the church. I was a little bit worried that we were gonna get a lot more judgmentalness than we did, and I was really happy to see that my bias towards that theory was wrong. It was really nice to see loving, accepting situation in this book. And with that being said, there were definitely stereotypes that were brought up throughout this book that were then broken down, and I thought that was really cool. There's this really important part of this book too, where trying to get the church into a part of a bigger political conversation. Very important topics that keep getting brought up, and it's just this like wide political conversation that's happening between high school kids, pointing out that it's important, which was amazing to me. Like, I don't think I've ever read a contemporary that talked about current events like that. So the last thing I want to talk about before we get into spoilers is the fact Aki is African American, and there is no weird discussion of skin color like dark chocolate definitions or anything like that. Robin Talley comes straight out and says this character is black or this character is white. This white guy came up to her, and they do explain that Aki is pronounced Aki, because I couldn't tell if it was Aki or Aki, and then they explained it, and I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to be said, if I was reading the pronunciation correctly. Now let's get into some spoilers. So if you haven't read this book yet, go read it. I love it so much. Please read it and then come back, because there are lots of things that I still want to talk about. They talk about unprotected and protected sex, and it's really important. So this is the first book I've read about a 15-year-old girl who has sex, and not just like has sex, but they talked about dental dams and gloves for protection. Just drop mic, that's it. I've never heard the word dental dam in my life except for in a funny joke making fun of sex. And she was uncomfortable, and then she went to the health center and they didn't even bat an eyelash. They just said, yeah, of course, here you go. Again, all the politics. I truly loved that we made this story about these 15-year-old kids who are enjoying talking about current events. Maybe if we have more books like this, then kids will actually be interested in talking and being interested and being involved in current events, and especially in this political climate that we have right now, it's so important to get everyone involved. So it was just really good. Straight up cried. Not during when Krista and Aki were like being lovey-dovey, but when Aki's dad just hugs her. I did not even expect us to get that moment in this book, because he's a pastor and her brother like warns her not to tell him because he's worried that he will like not support her and stuff, and then she just comes out and said it, and there's not even like, there's more problems that come about her telling her brother than there are, which aren't even that bad. Like he mistrusts the idea of bisexuality for a minute, and then she basically says, nah, break that down, and it worked really well for the story. But like, her dad just like hugs her and it's like 100% accepting, and it was amazing, and I really, really loved that. I want to talk about some of the things that happen in the book that are not happy. One of which is Krista's crazy parents that we never experienced firsthand. It was interesting that it was chosen that these characters would never be seen. It could easily be seen as Krista might be overreacting. They don't believe that being a chef is a real job and stuff like that. So like, in that sense, it was pretty well broken down for us of like how weird these parents are about their child's future. But I'd be interested more in seeing stuff that they might have said regarding homosexuality and stuff like that that she is worried about. The biggest complaint I have about this book is Krista's lie about her boyfriend at home. Not because it was a lie, because I actually liked it better once it did become a lie. It kind of did the gross bisexuals are sluts thing that I don't always love to see in a book. It wasn't the worst thing in the planet. There's so many amazing things in this book that this is very small to me. I also really am sad that we didn't delve further into the build of like fixing and healing this aversion that Aki has to like creating or singing and all playing music anymore. This is like a big thing in, I mean, especially at this age where Aki is. Kids that age, and adults, but like kids that age are very afraid of rejection. That's why there's these weird cliques that go on and stuff like that. And we didn't really like get a lot of her getting help for that. Obviously her parents and her brother were trying because they were always trying to get her to go back into choir and stuff, but it seemed a very like soft push back into music. And then at the very end, of course, she says, yeah, I think I would be more interested in playing music, but I still don't want to produce it or create it. In the grand scheme of things, this was a very short period of her life that we saw, but I just kind of wish that we had gotten more help for her, because that's a really strong thing to happen to somebody at that age, this like huge rejection. I also just really loved that she was obsessed with Prince, but I didn't get any of the references, so that was sad. Those were the few things that I didn't like, and I just loved this book a lot, like a lot, and I was not expecting it to be as emotional of a ride for me. It was amazing. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys thought of our own private universe down below in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys very soon with a new video. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, but today's video is on a Tuesday because I wanted to upload this on Valentine's Day. So tomorrow you won't be getting a video, but then my normal schedule will be coming up every Sunday and Wednesday. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye!